One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Today is number 9 yarn twiddling. Welcome to yarn twiddling number 9. My name is Lynn. I'm the dyer behind Chicken Lady Fiber Arts, and I'm so glad that you came to join me for a few minutes. I talk about knitting, a little bit about dyeing, a lot about life, and probably too much about knowledge blessings. Who knows? Anyhow, thanks for joining me today. I do have one kind of almost finished object to show you. This is the Baby Surprise jacket from, the pattern is by Elizabeth Zimmerman, and you can see how it looks kind of wonky here. This is how it looks on both sides. However, I figured out that if you just simply take this and you fold it over, wait, bear with, part, and you fold it over, you get a sleeve and you get the front of the jacket, which makes it a surprise. So this is kind of cool. It's all knit in one piece, and then you seam up the sides right here. I did that on this side. I just use a 2-cord applied I-cord bind off, for those of you wondering. I found some buttons in my big old button jar that match. Sewed those on last night, and I still have to do this part of seaming. Then I'll be all finished. I could donate this to the pregnancy center. I will put some kind of a neckline on here. I just haven't decided what kind to do yet. If I'm going to do the hood or the collar. Probably the collar, because since this is cotton, this will be nice for the fall or for the spring. This is made out of a Debbie Bliss 100% cotton that was donated to me, and I am donating it forward, paying it forward with the donation, making something out of it, and this will keep a little toddler warm. So that's my almost finished. My WIPs, which stands for Work in Progress, I'm almost finished with my second sock. First sock is downstairs, laying on the table, I think. I don't know where anything is. My life is kind of a mess. But I'm almost to the toe, and I have to finish this by tomorrow night so that I can have my pair of socks a month finished. So that is it hangs out in my little bag. Knick Knack Knits. Thank you, Nikki, for this bag with the little sockies. I thought they were socks. They're actually stockings with Pokemans in them. I showed this to you before. And I always like to show my female to the bone pin that I got from the famous artist Bertie Rose over in the UK. Hi, Bertie. Love you. Mwah. Bertie doesn't knit, and it was funny. One time we were all on a Zoom call together. We were trying to teach her how to knit via Zoom, and hilarity ensued. Let's just put it that way. Okay, I have some new products in the shop. If you are on my email subscription that comes out, my newsletter comes out every 2 weeks, you already know about these. This one, I think I've showed this before. This is Running Down the Drain, not Running Down a Dream. Running Down the Drain, a misheard lyric, Tom Petty. May he rest in peace. Okay, the next one is a Monkeys song. This is also a misheard lyric. Somebody's already purchased one of the Surpresent ball. I can't speak today either. Surpresent balls. This is I'm not your stepping stone. I'm not
your stepping stone.
Dr. Stepping Stone. See the little sparkles in there? Very nice. Very nice. So this comes in a Sir Present ball. These are on my website also. The third thing is a tribute to Prince. Raspberry puree instead of raspberry beret. This also comes in a Sir Present ball. What's a Sir Present ball, you ask? It is a hank of yarn wound up into a ball with Sir Presents in it. Fun. Their Sir Presents can be a stitch marker, a pair of scissors, a little row counter. It could be some needles. It could be some buttons. I don't know. Almost all of them have a coupon in them, though. So don't just wiggle your finger around in there, DK. Unwind the whole thing and find your Sir Present. Sir Present ball, raspberry puree. And then, of course, to get into the spooky season, Halloween, this one, same exact colorway, wound up two different ways, folks. This is called Is There Room on That Broom? So you've got your purples, your pinks, and the oranges, and the lime green and blackety blacks, all in one colorway. So there's a little bit of pink right there. These are also on the website. These are limited editions, so get yours now. Woo! Is there room on that broom? That's all the new stuff that I have in the shop for you. Oh, here's my other sock. See, I told you the place is a mess. See, here's the sock. Da-da-da! Nice, kind of mid-calf sock for me so that I could wear these with my little boots. Life stuff. Today I'm going to ask you, what is the point of flossing? I have two different kinds of flosses. I have the kind that the string, that you wrap around. Sometimes they come on those little plastic thingies. Sometimes they come in the form of water. Well, twice now, about 8 months ago, I was flossing with a water flosser and popped off a crown. Had to go get a new crown, right? Last weekend, I was flossing on this side with a string, popped off another crown. So, you would think with all the crowns, I finally asked the doctor, or the dentist. I got a different dentist, by the way. Thank you to Victoria for cluing me in on a new dentist. The new dentist said it's probably the cement that is deteriorating. After a year and a half, the cement deteriorates. That's what I'm paying $1,000 per crown for. Anyway, I had dental work done this week, and it's never fun having all of those big old hands in your mouth, but it's a necessity because, my crown needs to be fixed.
Hell yeah!
Okay. I got some new to me stuff. The first thing I got was we went to the feed store, as we do, to get some chicken feed, lait mash. And they had these cute little signs. Isn't that the cutest? The Wizard of Eggs. Oh my gosh, y'all. This cracked me up. This is going to go hang in the chicken coop. If you know anything about me, you know that I'm a Judy Garland fanatic, and I love The Wizard of Oz. In fact, when we got married, I wore ruby red slippers underneath my dress, red sequin shoes. It's true. So much fun. They also had The Sound of Music with a bunch of cows on it. That will hang in the chicken coop as well. I got back here a new t-shirt. It says, in case you can't read it, yarn is a sport. I am a professional yarn chicken athlete. So I want to thank Dawn from Yarn is a Sport for sending this to me. For those of you that don't know, when you play yarn chicken, it's when you figure out if you have enough yarn to finish the project. And some people will say, oh, I lost at yarn chicken because they didn't have enough yarn, or I won at yarn chicken, look at how much was left, or however much is left in their ball. So that's what yarn chicken is. So I wore this to our fiber meeting last weekend. Everybody loved it, Dawn. Thank you so much for sending it. Something else that's new to me. Some of you have already received this package. This is from Mystery Mouse Yarn over on the Etsy shop. This is her little logo. It's a mystery mouse. It says thank you. So Holly lives on the other side of Colorado, and it's funny when you buy things off of Etsy, they'll say, oh, your package has entered your state. Did it leave? No. Holly does all of her yarns based off of books, most of them mysteries. And this one I ordered especially for the Puritanical Knitting Fun Run that's coming up in 2 days. Starts October 1st. Oh, it's beautiful. This is called, it's very nice. This is called Pilgrims Progress. Now, the thing with the Puritanical Knitting Fun Run, for those of you who are going to join, isn't that gorgeous with the reds and the golds in there? Oh, Holly, you outdid yourself. This is beautiful. The thing with a Puritanical Knitting Fun Run, it could be a work in progress, or it can be something that you start, but it has to be 75% black. So, because the Puritans wore a lot of dark SAAD colors, SAAD colors, and they wore a lot of black. These two are going to go together. So this is blackety black. I don't know why it's showing up with a little bit of pink in it on the screen. Trust me, it's blackety black with Pilgrims Progress. Gorgeous. Thank you so much, Holly. And thank you for the sweet note you wrote. The other thing that I'm going to do is, since I'm doing socks so much, by the way, this is one pair of socks. My other pair of socks is going to be for Halloween. So I've got some bright pink and bright purple to go with the black. Everybody needs some kind of spookiness socks. Okay. Oh, what am I wearing? Thank you for asking. This is a shawl that was crocheted. I'm gonna take it off, but it's actually a little chilly in my office today. Now that fall has hit, this was crocheted by Katie Clark Crochet. She took a skein of gray, or a skein and a half almost, and one of the flowers of the month, the birth month flowers. This was January's. And she made a shawl out of it. So the wedges are all the different, the 20-gram minis. Isn't that pretty? So 6 little minis come in it. And she designed a shawl. Isn't that gorgeous? Thank you so much, Katie. So I sent her the yarn. and I got a shawl back. Woo! She wrote up the design, the pattern, and you can purchase that from her, Katie Clark Crochet, and I will leave her information down below in the happy information box. Okay, you asked some questions last time. Some of you never graduated from my 4th grade class because you didn't ask questions. You did not follow directions. So, ask me whatever you want. I don't care. I'll answer it to the best of my ability. Okay. Someone asked, Dawn MC3101 asked, remember the last time I gave you the knowledge blessing about cubed poop? That a wombat poops? How did you even discover that bit of information about wombat poo? Dawn wants to know. Well, Dawn, I don't know a lot, but I do know my poop. Okay. Kristen's Custom Arts said, no question, Kristen, but I liked your comment. I love the name of your dress form. My dress form is named D, as in decapitated. Kristen named hers Anne Boleyn. Love that. Thank you. Blossoms and Bundles. Did you know that wombats also kill predators with their rear ends? I did not know that, Blossoms. Fascinating stuff. And her husband watched with her this time and said, does she have a rooster? To which I want to say, because I showed the little picture of the rooster, that is a stock photo, Jacob, and you're welcome to come visit me anytime since you know where I live. And also, your son crocheted an octopus. I would like to see that. So, Thomas, the next time you come to town, please bring your crocheted octopus. I would like to see it, and I would like to see your crocheting. Okay. Maureen asked, Maureen M6679 said, which do you enjoy more, knitting, crocheting, or dyeing? Crocheting is number 3. Wow. I never have enough time to knit because I always seem to be working on something for the business. I love the dyeing part of my business. I love throwing stuff together. I came up with a new one just in time for pumpkin spice latte season next week. Hint, read your newsletter. Hint. I like that. But I do enjoy knitting. I don't seem to have enough time for spinning. I don't make the time. And I love to do cross stitch. I haven't done a stitch of cross stitch, made a joke, in months, which is sad. And I think part of the reason is there is just, everywhere I look in the house, there's something for the business. That's going to change soon because I need to take all of it and take it to the warehouse and just make my setup there and be home for home things and warehouse for work things, since they both start with W, work and warehouse. So, it depends on the day, Maureen, on which I like better. Today I like knitting more because I want to finish my sock, and it's Friday, and I usually don't do any quote work stuff on Friday. I ship out my orders and then I'm done with dyeing until Tuesday morning. I usually take the weekend off. I'm trying to be better about, just doing family stuff and home stuff and, church on Sunday. And then my PLN on Sunday afternoon. PLN is my post-liturgical nap. Every Sunday, it's a spiritual part of my liturgy. You go to liturgy, and then you have lunch with your community, and then I come home, change, post-liturgical nap. And it is a sweet, sweet nap, let me tell you. So Sunday is for the Lord, for family, for me. Okay. Right now it's knitting. Next Tuesday, if you ask me, it will be dyeing because I'll be dyeing in the studio again. So it depends, Maureen, on the time of the year. Let's see. Last question is for Mystery Mouse Yarn Company. I love this gal. I can't wait to meet her IRL in real life. How long have you been dyeing yarn? I want to say 5 or 6 years. I started with Kool-Aid like most people. What made we want to start a business? Like most things in my life, it just kind of happened. I was teaching crochet, beginning crochet and beginning knitting at it wasn't a yarn shop. It was like a handworks kind of shop. Like they did needle felting and they did embroidery and they did some knitting, some crocheting, a little bit of spinning, not much, teensy bit of weaving. It was mostly embroidery. And I thought, well, why should somebody buy yarn from over here when they can just buy it from me and then I'll teach them how to knit with it? So that's primarily why I started. My very, very first year in business, I did, I think, $500 worth of business. I was very happy with that. And it was fun. And then the next year I tripled that. So that was cool. And then I found out I really like this, I like the business part of it. I learn a lot. My accountant is excellent. He has his MBA and he's a wonderful guy. He takes care of all of the taxes and that kind of stuff. So it's a good match for us. I get to be home with our daughter. Even though she's 22, she is autistic, and so she still needs lots of help with things. And that's okay. That's what I'm here for. So she always comes first, as well as my husband. And then, to answer your question, Mystery Mouse, I fell into this. And my husband and I have always believed that if something is meant to be, God will just open the doors. And the doors have opened. And it's been wonderful. So thank you for asking. My knowledge blessing this week is I'm going to close out this screen right here because I wanted to read something on my other screen. My knowledge blessing has to do with the formation of our bodies in the womb of our mother and or petri dish, however we were formed. When we are formed, well, let me back up even more. There was a little bit of a kerfuffle on my Telegram group this past week. And it wasn't really, it wasn't between two people. It was just some people giving their opinions. And you know what they say? Opinions are like, some smell worse than others.
A sphincter says what?
Well, with this little kerfuffle, it was all during while I was asleep on Friday night. Saturday morning, I woke up and two people had left the group over some things that other people had said. And I thought, well, what was said? Nothing terrible. I mean, it wasn't like people were canceling each other or putting up a sign saying, hey, here's an account, don't follow it. I'm just taking out the trash so you don't have to. It was nothing like that because that's just downright bullying and downright being an So, yeah, I'm trying not to say the word because I know Aunt Nikki is watching. Love you, Aunt Nikki. So I had to come back into my Telegram group after all of this had gone on, and I said, look, bottom line, be nice, be courteous. Everybody's going to have a different opinion, and we need to acknowledge that they have a different opinion. But you do have to be nice in my group. I'm not going to kick you out if you say something that I don't agree with, because guess what? I say stuff that you don't agree with. I offend everybody. That's my trademark. Okay, but I am also not going to parent you. I figure if you're in my little Telegram group, you're an adult that likes fiber, and we talk about knitting, we talk about crochet, we talk about, well, what colors do you like? Well, what pattern is that again? And can you help me with this part? And a lot of that goes on. There's also a lot of jibber jabber about whatever, because it's that kind of group, and I like that. But I did say, don't be an asshole. Bottom line, don't be an asshole. And of course, Amy, little sis, I love you, comes out with, can I be a little bit of an asshole? A whittle bit. She used the word whittle. A whittle bit of an asshole. And so I found a little article on medium.com that talked about how we are formed in the womb. So there's, the sperm. It's actually a bunch of sperms, but the egg chooses a sperm. And then there's a flash of light when the egg says, oh, I choose you. So it's a flash of light that has been proven under an electron microscope. And the cells divide. And the very first thing to be formed is an anal sphincter. So at your very core, everything else is formed around your anal sphincter. Everything. Here's that part of the article that I put up in my Telegram group, and I want you to read it too. In fact, I'm going to read it to you because some of you I know are knitting. It says, quote, your asshole was the first part of you to exist. You formed around it. You are, quite literally, and to your very core. You live in a society of begetting other each of us in deep denial that when you take everything else away from what makes us human, what you're left with is, in a very real and legally binding sense, nothing more than a So there you have it, friends. Don't be a Just say whatever you want to say, but I'm not going to be your parent. I'm not going to be obliged, coerced, forced, or bullied into believing what you believe. Nor will I do that to you, because then I would be the Make it a great day, friends. Enjoy the rest of your September. October is 2 days away, and October 2nd, I'm going to be coming out with another newsletter for your perusal. I hope you love it, and I will see you next time. God bless each and every one of you, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
What have you learned, Dorothy?
I think that it wasn't enough just to want to see Uncle Henry and Auntie Em. And it's that if I ever go looking for my heart's desire again, I won't look any further than my own backyard. Because if it isn't there, I never really lost it to begin with. Is that right?
That's all it is.
But that's so easy. I should have thought of it for you. I should have felt it in my heart.
No, she had to find it out for herself. Now those magic slippers will take you home in 2 seconds.